Okay, so 5.1, this will be simultaneous equations, pretty simple chapter, but still fun. So let's start question 1b, or I should change this to b, my bad. Question 1b, let me just erase this entirely. So this is just graphically solving this set of equations, right? Two equations here, 1 and 2. 1, 2, right? So this is the simplest question, so we can just do one thing. For equation 1, we can we can find, or equation 1, we can find that since x plus 2y is equal to 3, then that means 2y is equal to 3 minus x. And y is equal to 3 minus x over 2. Then for equation 2, we can find that minus y, right, minus y here, is equal to minus 4 minus 2x. And then this is in bracket, right? So then you would put this minus, you would switch this, make it go there. Make it go here. I cannot draw here. So y is equal to 4 plus 2x, right? So now we got these values. We have to draw a graph, right? Now I'm gonna skip the chart because chart is pretty boring. You should know how to draw the chart by now. But how it'll look is it'll look a lot like this. So from scaling to, let's say this is 4, right? This is 1. So the main intersection point will be at here. Let me draw the actual graph though. So the graph will look it looks like this. You may be confused about the the coordinates of this. What this is, it is minus, or this is what the so this is 1 and 2, right? So here 1 then 2, so this is just the answer for this. You can plug them back in and you can see the, to verify. Alright, so next question, 3a. So now we're going to start solving things algebraically. So the method we'll be using for question 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all the substitution method. So the substitution method, right? There's two methods in simultaneous equations. Substitution is kind of frowned upon because it can get pretty complicated later on, and it's unnecessarily complicated. But for the basic ones, it's pretty easy. So for this equation, let's start with equation 1. So what the good thing about this is that it just shows that y is equal to 4x plus 10. So we can immediately just plug this in. So if we plug this in equation 1, then it's just 3x into 3x plus 4, 4 multiplied by y, right? So 4x plus 10, because that's what y is, and that is equal to 2. So from here, I draw my arrows like smiley faces. Let's let that be. Here we can just expand it. So 3x plus 16x plus 40 is equal to 2. So this is 19x is equal to 38, or minus 38. Move that here. Then x is equal to minus 2, right? Now, from here, we have x, but what about for y? You may realize, okay, I could plug this back in for equation 2. So for equation 2, y equals 4x plus 10, right? So y equals 4 into minus 2 plus 10. This equals to minus 8 plus 10. And y is equal to 2. So similarly, let's do question 4. Question 4 is pretty much the same thing. This is x minus 3y equals minus 2, and y is equal to 3x minus 2. Again, we can plug this back in. So x, for equation 1, this is 1 and 2. So x is equal to, or x minus 3 into 3x minus 2 is equal to minus 2, right? So from here, what we can write is x minus 9x plus 6 is equal to minus 2. Therefore, x minus 8x is equal to minus 8. As you can see here, we just change the sides. If you don't know linear algebra at this point, then I don't know, go back to first grade. So x is equal to 1, right? So then, so then for 2, we can plug this back in. So y is equal to 3 into 1, see, 1 minus 2. Therefore, y is equal to 1. So very simple. I don't think anyone will be having issues with this. Now from here, we have to go to question 7. Now, the difference for this question, right? The difference for this question is that it handles the other method, which is the elimination method, which is honestly the better method. If like you're doing more complex simultaneous equations, you should probably just go for elimination, even though it's a bit more trickier. So for this one, it's pretty easy. What the elimination method is you're adding the equations. If you didn't know you could add equations together, you can subtract them, you can multiply them, you can do anything you want, right? So 3, and they were pretty normally. So 3x plus y equals 9, and then you add that with 2x minus y equals 1. Although this isn't a proper way to denote it, it's probably the most simple way to denote it. You're not like in university, so you don't need to care about that. So from here, we can get 5x, right? Plus 0 is equal to 10. So then x is equal to 2. Now before I continue with finding y, the thing I did here is I didn't just add them together. That's not what the elimination method is. The elimination method is to eliminate, eliminate a variable, right? So what I want to eliminate is y, and it's pretty simple. You just have to add them together, right? So once you do that, you can get one variable, which is x, and then you can simply just do a basic linear algebra equation, and you get x is equal to 2. If I could have done this with the substitution method, but it would take some time, right? This was very quick, right? Even though it's a bit trickier. Well, this isn't tricky, but later on it'll get harder. So x is equal to 2. Then I can put that into equation 2, or I can put this back in equation 1 if I want. So I can do 3 into 2 plus y is equal to 9, right? So that means 6 plus 4, 6 plus y, my bad. My notes are really like bad handwriting. Is equal to 9. So y is equal to 3, right? So minus 6, yeah, 3. Now, from here, let's go continue with a harder one. So now question 9. This is the same thing. We're gonna use the elimination method. Now, you may immediately recognize, hey, even if we add these together, it will not isolate the variable. So the thing is, the main point of the entirety of the elimination method, and this is the main point, that's what makes it different from substitution, is to isolate a variable, right? So 5x minus 2y equals minus 23, right? But if you add that with y, that'll just equal to 5x minus y equals minus 23. So let's not do that yet. Let's take equation 2. Let's move it here. And let's try to make this equal this equal to 2y. Because if we add these together when this is 2y, it'll equal to 0, and we'll eliminate it, right? So how do we do that? We can just multiply the entire equation. So for that, we have to multiply all the terms, which are separated by either plus or minus. So we can do this. We can multiply with 2 to get 2y. So 3x plus y equals minus 5. Now this isn't the proper way to denote it, but this is just a simpler way. So multiply, 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 right? So we get 6x plus 2y equals minus 10. Now let's bring this and let's treat this as equation 2. Okay? So from here, we get 5x minus 2y equals minus 23. I will be forgetting to put some arrows sometimes. I don't know why I do that, but I just do that. So this is 6x plus 2y equals minus 10. Here, we can see that we get 11. You can get 11x by adding these together, right? I put this in the wrong area. 1 second. This is not supposed to be here. So we just add them together, and then we get 11x. And this is when you add these, they get 0, and this turns to minus 33. Therefore, x is equal to minus 3. Therefore, we plug this back in. 3 into minus 3. I'm plugging it into this one, the equation number 2. So I'll probably write that down. 3 into minus 3 plus y is equal to minus 5. Therefore, minus 9 plus y is equal to minus 5. So y has to equal 4. So x is minus 3 and y is plus 4. So thing is, one more reminder, always plug in your equations, or plug in your results, like your y and x values, to the original equations to make sure it's right. So if you plug both these in these equations, it'll be right. So the next question, we're going to start word problems. So the next question is a word problem, right? Now my dumbass doesn't know how to scale this down for this dumb software, doesn't let you scale down images. So question 10. 3 pencils and 4 rulers cost $5.20. 5 pencils and 2 rulers cost $4. Find the cost of 6 pencils and a ruler. So you can see that this looks like a simultaneous equation. So for question 10, we can find that or this is the first equation, is 3p. I'm denoting pencils as p and rulers as r. So 3p plus, I gotta write this better, 4r is equal to 5.2, right? So I'll just move that. So and then for question number 2, or for equation number 2, we have 5p, 5 pencils, plus 2r, which is from the 2 rulers, is equal to $4, right? So from here, I'm going to be using the most complicated substitution method, like the most complicated way, because the thing is, you could do another way where you just like, well, let me just explain. Let me just show you what I'm going to do. So for equation number 1, I'm going to get or for was it for equation number 2, I can find that 5p, so 2 ish, my bad, 5p is equal to 4 minus 2r. Then p is equal to 4 minus 2r by 5, right? So this is going to get much more complicated, which is why I advise using the uh, elimination method, but we'll use substitution. So for here, we can get, for if we plug this back in, we have the p-value, which is the pencil value. So we can plug this back in here, right? So 3 into 4 minus 2r, write this down, 4 minus 2r by 5, plus 4r is equal to 5.2. And then you now have to multiply each term with 5, so you can cancel this 5 out, because this is where it gets messy. So multiply by 5, multiply by 5, right? So then what this results to is 3 by 4 minus 2r plus 20r is equal to 26, right? Then here, if we distribute this, we can get 12 minus 6r is equal, or plus 20r is equal to 26. So if we just go all the way here, we can conclude that 14r is equal to 14. So r is equal to 1, right? Then we have the p and we have the r values, right? Oh, well, we don't, yeah, so we have the r value, but now we have to find the p value. So p is equal to 4 minus 2 by 1 over 5, which is equal to 2 by 5. Now, what do we do? It asked for 6 pencils and 1 ruler. So, what this is 6 times this value, right? Which, if you multiply this, it's 12 by 5. So I'm going to denote C as, I'm not going to denote cost as anything. Let me just write down cost. Cost, it's going to be 2 by 5 times 6 plus 1, because, r is equal to 1. Then this is just 12 by 5 plus 1. And you can just do the algebra here. It's 17 by 5. Just turn this into 5, 5, and add them together. You get 17 by 5, which is equal, this is 17 by 5. So which is equal to $3.4. So that is the answer to this question number 10. So, okay, so final one. I'm a real dumbass, so the issue is that I cannot crop this properly. Not crop this, I can't resize this. I may be teaching math, but I have no idea how to use the software. I'm an actual idiot, but I'll read the question out loud. 2 adults and 1 child pay $180 to go to the theater, and 1 adult and 3 children paid $190. What does it cost for 2 adults and 5 children? So again, this is another uh, simultaneous equation. You can see. So 2 adults, oh, my bad. 2 adults and 1 child, right? So 2a plus c. Now I'm denoting adults as a and c as a child, right? 2a plus c is equal to 180. Again, I'll just keep it like this. So this is 1, right? And for 2, we have 1 adult and 3 children, right? So a plus 3c. So this is equal to 190, right? So I want to try attempting this with the elimination method, because to prove how much simpler it is. So from here, all right. So to use elimination method for this, what we can do is we see that a plus 2a. We have 2a here, right? And then we have plus A here. So the issue is that one of them, or both of them, are positive. So what do? We turn this into was it? We have to turn this in, they have to eliminate this, right? So to do that, we have to multiply A by -2. So we have to multiply everything by -2. And I'm going to denote it properly this time. A plus 3C equals 190 minus 2. I don't know why I did that. Okay. So then we get -2A plus, or minus 6C is equal to -380. Now we do our normal adding, right? 2A plus C is equal to 180, and we add that, we add that with 2A minus 6. Add that. I should probably denote this better. So minus 2A plus, or minus 6C is equal to minus 380. So this is equal to 0. Minus 5C equals minus 380, or minus 200, because, we're adding them together. That means C is equal to 40. So from here, if you are already familiar with the elimination method, you may have wondered, why didn't I just subtracted these, right? And I could have. It'll probably be more simpler. But just because you guys are familiar with the addition, I just did it like this. But the thing is, you could have subtracted this from the beginning, so you could have had multiplied this with 2 instead of -2. But I don't find the difference, so I just did it by this. So then minus 5C equals minus 200. So C is equal to 40 now. Now A plus 3 into 40 is equal to 190. So A is equal to 190 minus 120. So A is equal to 70. So that is the last, we're not the last of the word problems with all I'll do today. And there is some, word problems you can do yourself. Like, I found them helpful. So these are problems you do yourself. So question 1, or question 11, question 13, and a little bonus question here. If you're brave, you can do that. So this is not that bad, but like for these ones, you may have some issues with them. But you also may wonder, hey, how did the genius Hornish fit this into the page, right? Like, how smart am I? Like, I'm the best person ever. No, I'm a dumbass. What I just did is I took a screenshot, and then I took a screenshot of the screenshot, and then made it smaller so I could put it here. That's how dumb I am. I hate this.